What's up, Nail Geeks, and welcome back to another Arcana Lacquer video. This month we have a really fun theme as the brand celebrates 1 year in business. So be sure to wish Arcana on social media a very happy birthday. I like to call it birthday, anniversary, what you will. And congratulations. I said it last month and I'll say it again. I am seeing this brand since really actively paying attention and swatching for the brand, things like that. I've definitely seen them grow, and every month it's like the collections keep getting better and better and better. And what a way to celebrate your first anniversary than with a collection as what they're releasing for their April set. So this is the Revitalized collection. It's a 12-piece set featuring polishes that either I guess they gave a glow up to, or they gave a sibling polish to if it was a bestseller, that type of thing. It's a really cool idea, and I love artists, makers, hell, even just everyday people. Celebrate your accomplishments, be kind to yourselves, and just celebrate just leveling up, for lack of better words. So congratulations to you, Arcana Lacquer. I'm very proud to present this collection to everybody. So without further ado, let's dive right in. Starting off with You Died 2.0. This is a deep red jelly base with gold metallic flakes and black metallic flakes. This is quite saturated compared to its initial version. I'm going to suggest going up to 2 coats, a glitter smoothing top coat, and a glossy top coat. Now, I know what most of you are thinking, Trish, this is a jelly. Why didn't you go up to 3 coats? I chose to stop there because the formula is very rich and satisfying. That's all you need is 2 coats. If you have a really prominent free edge, you might see a peekaboo effect. I don't think it's super noticeable in person, but if that bugs you, use a blurring base. Lash of Bhaal 2.0 is a black base with red reflective glitter and coppery red to orange magnetic pigment. This is another juicy type of jelly base going on with it. I remember the initial version of this as well as the previous one too, and these are so smooth on application. Very, very impressed with the formulas on these. I'm going to suggest 2 coats here as well because honestly, this has such a rich type of smoothness to that jelly base. You're going to hit excellent full coverage. I am going in with the Velvet Magnetic Effect, and all of the magnetics in this collection look chef's kiss with it. Very, very pretty. This will also dry down really flat though, so make sure you're using a good glossy top coat. Mystic Grove is a deep purple base with varying sizes of yellow to orange to pink shimmer. This is a sibling to Underwater Grove, if you liked that one. We have a juicy type of jelly going on here too. Now this one I chose to go up to 3 coats with. It plumped up very well and I thought it gave me excellent coverage there. And it's not so rich that I felt like that 3rd coat was too much. With that said, of course, make sure you're going in thin if you wear it the way I do here. Otherwise, I can see, given how dense the shimmer is to this, you could possibly have too much on your nails. So just caveat, 2 normal or 3 thin coats, your preference, and make sure you finish with a good glossy top coat. Veiled Dagger is a soft gray base with red to orange shimmer. This is a Veiled Sphinx sibling. Another jelly type of formula, but it'll build up to an opacity that's almost milky-like. I'm going to suggest 3 coats and a top coat of your choice. It doesn't necessarily have to be, an ultra glossy or anything. As you can see between my 2nd and 3rd coat here, it dries down semi-gloss, which I do appreciate when that happens because those of you who do gravitate towards thinner glossy top coats, you don't have to worry about anything, plumping it up or anything like that. This one and then the previous one, if you want to use a blurring base, your choice. I don't think it was like crazy noticeable in person, but in really bright lights, if you have like a white free edge, maybe you could see a peekaboo effect. Speaking of that, Copper Frog is a denim blue base with copper to gold shimmer. This one is a Golden Toad sibling. So I do love me some blue shimmers, especially when they're of this kind of mythical looking appearance. In my eyes, this is like what magic looks like when it's like a midnight blue with some type of coppery, shifty shimmer to it. I chose to stop at 2 coats on this. Now, this is a touch lighter. I don't want to classify it as sheer because it's not quite that sheer, but it is soft. So you'll want to use a, say, blue base or a blurring base of your choice if that bothers you. But this was very plumping, so I chose to stop at 2 coats. Life Sprouts from Death 2.0 is one of my top picks in this set. This is a sheer teal base with teal metallic flakes with green to blue shimmer and aqua glow in the dark pigment. This is quite crelly on application. It's got this dense feeling from the shimmer, which is this very large particle appearance to it. And I was pleasantly surprised that even though it's a glow in the dark, it didn't give me that ultra harsh dry down that most glow in the dark pigments I typically see in my experience. So you'll need a glossy top coat, of course, to gloss this one up because it is flat, but again, not so harsh, but it is like semi-flat in how it dries down. This one is very pretty, very mermaidy and flattering. And then full disclosure, again, reminding y'all, I do charge glow-in-the-dark polishes with my nail lamp to get them nice and bright. It's just a way to kickstart the glow-in-the-dark effect. Shattered Remnants 2.0 is a dark teal when cold to bright teal when warm thermal with gold flakes. We have an excellent creamy smooth formula here. This built up so quickly to opacity. I'm going to suggest 2 coats. Unless you're rocking turbo claws, I can't really see anyone needing to go up to a 3rd coat. I love the contrast between the lighter and that darker color and then the gold flakes sprinkled throughout. Very, very pretty. It does have a quite flat dry down, so again, I will recommend use a good glossy top coat. Watch Your Back is another one of my top picks. This is a dark plum with green to blue shimmer in varying sizes. This one is a Watch Your Sanity sibling. This is very strong on that shimmer factor, and it built up quickly to opacity. On that first coat, I was thinking it was going to be more on the softer side, like the first few jellies we saw, but not the case. It built up to an almost crelly-like appearance on the 3rd coat. This does have the ability to be quite plumping if you tend to go in heavy-handed, so wear it at 3 thin coats, and I think you're going to be just fine. This will also dry down quite flat, so again, use a good glossy top coat, and it's just as good as you see on my full hand shot here. Azure Blooms 2.0 is a bright blue jelly base with orange to yellow large particle shimmer and blue to green flakes. This is what I would classify as being on that softer side of the spectrum of jellies. I chose to go up to 3 coats with it, but it also has that strong plumping factor. So again, be mindful of that, go in super soft. There is this lovely, like fine particle type of rainbow fleck going throughout it from those little iridescent flakes. As you can see, they're of this small variety and there's a couple of medium ones scattered throughout there too. So it gives you that almost like a soft mosaic type of effect. This is another one that I will suggest maybe a blurring base of your choice if a visible nail line bugs you because again, softer type of buildup overall. Noctiluca is a light purple base with green to blue to pink to purple shimmer. This one is an Aurelia sibling. Another one of my top picks. I so enjoy these types of vibrant lavender sort of colors. And this is also packed full of that nice large particle shimmer. I chose to wear this one at 3 coats. It built up very well for that. Some of you may want to stop at 2 coats though. If you're rocking shorties and or you don't have like a super prominent free edge, I think you may be able to do 2 kind of heavy-handed coats. Your preference on that. This one also has that really flat dry down, so use a good glossy top coat. Mushroom Lit Grotto is my other top pick. This is a deep purple when cold to light teal when warm thermal with purple to blue shimmer. This is a Mushroom Lit Cavern sibling. We have another plump type of formula. This is quite, I don't know, I want to say it's very creamy in the overall buildup, but it does have a touch of a jelly lean in just the way that the formula felt on the brush, if that makes sense. This is like straight up mermaid, like oceanic vibes in my opinion, and it built up so satisfying. Some of you may want to stop at 2 normal coats, but I chose to do 3 thin coats just to give me that extra plumping factor that, I don't know, I've said like 100 times already in this video, but you get the idea here. I love the way the shimmer through the warm and the cold state. This is a fantastic color palette. My Life as a Mollusk is a deep purple jelly with copper to gold shimmer and holographic magnetic pigment. This is another one of my top picks. Going in with the velvet magnet on this helped to highlight the overall holographic magnetic pigment. This has a creamy, smooth formula to it. I'm going to suggest 2, possibly 3 thin coats. This is really going to depend on how you polish and or the length of your nails. That 3rd coat there, to me, just was chef's kiss. And the shimmer in the backdrop and then the holographic effect being pulled to the forefront, I don't know. It was just complex, but in an excellent way where you can like appreciate both the shimmer and the holographic magnetic pigment. So lots of prettiness to see whether you're indoors or outdoors. got a lot of nerve is the Brain Tumor Awareness Polish. This is a dark reddish purple base with bright pink to green flakes, ghostly blue to purple to blue flakes, and aqua to blue to purple magnetic pigment. This one to me is like the shimmery version of My Life as a Mollusk, where that one was more like flamboyant and how it has that holographic effect and all of that. This one has a strong cream appearance to it, and the shimmer is more glowy than, say, a linear rainbow effect. So I think they're kind of like maybe half siblings, if you will. I'm going to suggest 3 coats. Again, very creamy type of formula, and make sure you use a good glossy top coat and or glitter smoothing top coat, depending on what top coat of choice you're using, because the flakes did give me some texture and super thirstiness. And we're going to wrap this up with the wallet topper segment. This is where I use a black swatch stick to demonstrate if polishes have layering capabilities. All right, so we got quite a few jellies here, especially these first few in the first half of the video. I'm going to say, yeah, they kind of do topper, but it would work the best with matchy-match creams or really sticking in the same color family, if I'm honest. The magnetics are all very creamy smooth and they're quite pigmented, so I really can't see you honestly needing to use an undie of any type. I can't really see any like amazing layering effect coming from those. Life Sprouts from Death, maybe, but again, it's quite pigmented on the base itself. And then the thermals, I wasn't super impressed with them over a milky white. So personally, I think you're kind of wasting your time with that. And then of course, like Watch Your Back, same thing. It's got that beautiful larger particle shimmer, but very, very tinted. So I'm just repeating myself here at this point. Noctiluca, same thing as the previous one with the larger shimmer. It's very pretty. And I can see it. It looks cool over black. I'm seeing the same thing you're seeing, but I don't know. I feel like most of this collection, if not all of them, you're kind of wasting your time if you do choose to topper them. And I don't mean that in a bad way, because personally, my personal tastes prefer louder, in your face, richer types of colors. I will link you all below to Arcana's website if you want to check that out. And as always, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.